are on planet Earth to watch creation occur in a way that has never occurred before. A love story where everyone awakens as one, where the circuit has been completed, and an even grander creation begins. And this unfoldment on planet Earth is the grandest event which has ever occurred in all of creation. A new reality is here.
Yay! Grand Rising, everybody! Good morning on this beautiful Tuesday. Hello, Telegram, YouTube, Facebook, from wherever you tune in. Welcome. Welcome to the morning Ascension gathering. I am Kat, and we are here to give you some amazing energy updates, some amazing channelings. It is Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year, also a new moon today, the first day of February. So, wow, new day, new energies. Welcome, everyone. Let me see how the lights are. Fine. Awesome. Good morning, Anne Boone on Telegram. Love you all so much. Morning, Taryn. Much love to South Africa, and so much love to Canada, Australia, multiple countries in Europe, the USA. Everywhere are truckers moving, everywhere. They are rolling for freedom. And to make a clear statement, I feel they're doing a great job. There's so many video messages out there. I shared the other day a letter from one of the truckers that was there and just sharing their experience of how amazing it is to drive. And everywhere they go, they have, groups of people on the roads, on the crossroads, and with their children just waving flags, freedom, go truckers. And it's cool. I freaking love it. Just this whole feeling of it, this whole, unity aspect. It is a big movement. So keep on trucking, everyone. And thank you for everyone supporting. I feel that's a beautiful thing to witness too, is how many people really come together and gather all the items that they need for their trucks. They bake cookies, they make sandwiches and give out coffee, water, and all those things. So heck yes, keep on rising, humanity, and share that love, share that freedom, and that's how we grow back together in unity. Awesome. Love you all on Facebook. Marcel joined. Taryn is here. Linda, Freya, Krista. Woohoo! Sarah! Awesome. Do you want to, by chance, switch on the lights, love?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. I feel I can just hop out of the chat or the live right here on Telegram, because we do have, thank you so much, quite some amazing channelings come through and updates. The astrology is really amazing right now. Yes, I feel I am still there and everyone can still listen. That's beautiful. So let me just hop over to our first update. Nice. Okay, which the angels just popped right in my face that today is the last day where the energies of Gene Key 19 are active. And the Gene Key 19 is all about our relationships, our connections with ourselves and with others. And it has basically in the lower aspect a codependency, and in the higher aspect, in the Siddha, it would be sacrifice. So this is what it says right here about the Gene Key 19, last day today. In a relationship that is truly interdependent, both partners also sacrifice their sense of individuality into a higher vision of their divinity, holding nothing back for themselves at all. Does that sound scary or even old-fashioned to you? Gene Key 19 expresses that we are ready for a new type of relationships, where we simultaneously are more independent and more connected with our partner. What a wonderful paradox. Freedom and union at the same time. This is the magical synergy of relationships where we dare to say yes and commit fully. We have a joint vision and are devoted to the magic of co-creation. It's not me or you, it's about the sacred Trinity, me and you and spirit, where we realize that 1 + 1 becomes much more than 2 when we give ourselves with love and dedication. Beautiful update for the energies of the Gene Keys at play. Beautiful time to reflect where we are codependent or dependent. Even within ourselves, sometimes we become very dependent on this like lower part of us that has things under control and it is able to kind of, work within the limits of fears and, safetyness, external safetyness, rather than really becoming this empowered individual. And nothing can harm you, and there's no expectation or limitation you have to serve if you are fully committed to serving love, to service the higher picture, the bigger picture, and to surrender within your being to whatever that means. And then it becomes within relationships, away from that 3D dynamics where we have, for example, the victim and the savior, or the empath and the narcissist. Like there's all those ways where we can live in codependency through expectations and through ways we learned, for example, from our parents, how they, showed or didn't show love. Coming away from that and back to a pure state of interdependency, how he mentioned it. So you're independent, and yet in your heart, because you have the same vision, because you surrender to the same source of love everywhere present, you're on the same page and you're moving in the same direction. That's where the sacrifice comes in. We're sacrificing all our wants, needs, desires, anything that we need in this selfishness based in fear. If you're afraid to fall in lack, you'll try to hold on to as much money as possible. The moment you surrender and you allow the flow and you dissolve the fear about it, you become totally independent because you trust and know that abundance comes to you whenever, it is highest in divine timing, when you need it to move forward, for example. So that is a really beautiful update on the Gene Keys today on the new moon. And I keep hearing Mom in the background in so many videos she's sharing to do a ceremony, especially in the full moon energies and in the new moon energies. It can be so helpful to write a ceremony. Doesn't have to be at midnight when the moon is out. It can be at any time. The energies are present, not only today, but they have been incoming 3 days. They will be still here and kind of waving out over the next couple days. So to use this energy, and we'll dive into it more, what kind of energy we're talking about, those ceremonies are really grand. And I got the really big ping to share that those ceremonies can be written in pure joy and gratitude. We don't have to write this, long text of I dissolve all hate and judgment and doubt and all those lower aspects to list them and then like burn them. It is very, very beautiful and helpful if you want to, if you're kind of in it and something, but especially for the full moons, in many videos mom is sharing, do them in gratitude. Thank you for my unattached being. Thank you for being completely filled with trust. Thank you for being in absolute states of love and joy. So kind of flipping it into the higher and already saying thank you. Already thank you for everything comes to us that we require for the next step, for the new beginning. And let's see in a beautiful update the astrology for that. And we do have, angels, we do have two really good ones. One is a German translation and the other one is an original, I feel, English article. The cool thing is they're very similar, so there's different channelings coming through with the same type of energy, especially astrological. So that's awesome. Confirms. Let me just dive into this one at first. It's from a being that ends this update with much love, Amy. So thank you, Amy. Amy, bird art and astrology.com. That's freaking cool. I didn't even realize that. She says, Saturn in Aquarius right now is also involved in this moon, bringing into focus the Saturn and Uranus square that has been such a big part of the astrology of recent times. Aquarius is the sign that represents technology and internet. It is part of us that likes to feel free and seeks like-hearted people to form friendships with. Saturn is the planet of structure, control, authority, limitation, discipline, commitment, reality, and patience. Since Saturn has been in Aquarius from March 2020, we have experienced a gradual curbing of our freedom and individual rights, limited social contact, along with the inability to gather in large groups, more and more authoritarian control through the use of technology and censorship for those who question the prevailing narrative. There's more and more of a sense of big brothers watching, which is becoming easier and easier as technology advances. So it's fascinating for me to see just in that little part of beginning how the astrology and what's actually going on right now is so aligned. So don't panic, it's organic. Like things have to go into an extreme to be really shown and to come up. So that is Saturn in Aquarius, which has been since March 22. And that square is talking about like how opposite the energies are. So Saturn and Uranus has basically like a little battle between freedom, Uranus, and Saturn, control. Uranus could break down the Saturnian structures and liberate us from our state of fear and compliance. We could also find that people are somehow liberated from judgmental attitudes, bringing about greater tolerance for our differences. Uranus in Taurus could bring about some kind of financial revolution, which could bring a greater sense of freedom or could tighten authoritarian control. Then we have at the moment Mercury and Venus retrograde for now. There we go. Okay, Venus has been going direct on January 29th, but Mercury will stay retrograde until February 5th. Both of them have been in Capricorn right now. So they're bringing in a lot, a dose of reality, as we are asked to look at the viability of our relationships and potential projects, taking off the idealistic rose-tinted spectacles. And I feel that is a lot what's happening out there too. That, things are being revealed, and it's not sugar coated anymore. It's in your face. There we go. Angels. Down there. All right, so talking about the new moon that is active, or that is today, there is a Sabian symbol for the new moon at 13 degrees Aquarius. That's where it is right now. So the new moon is happening in the sign of Aquarius at 13 degrees. And it is compared to the symbol of the barometer. That's really interesting. So Dane Rudyard describes it as the ability to discover basic natural facts that allow us to plan in advance for action. The barometer registers air pressure, and a change of pressure today gives some indication of what the weather will be tomorrow. Planning for the near future is a possibility because the potential, or the seed, of the future is already operating at the core of the present. The key word here is anticipation. This symbol gives a sense of us sniffing things out as we watch and wait, feeling out the atmosphere before taking action. There is a sense of anticipation as we prepare ourselves for some kind of shift. But for now, we are just feeling things out, testing the water, and not rushing into anything until all becomes a bit more clear. And that's how it feels like. It feels like there is, in some ways more coming out, more personal awareness coming out if you really listen, more unfolding, but it feels like, and that's how it felt for a lot of us here this morning going outside. It is still winter, but it's the last month of winter, and going outside, just smelling that fresh air, you could tell like spring is in the air. It smelled like growth. It smelled like, those new beginning spring energies. And that's where we're at right now. Like there is a new beginning energetically today with the Lunar New Year, big new energies coming in. There we go. 1 second, there we go. Back on Telegram, love you all. I have to just keep it open. So I was just saying how there's just a lot of new beginning energies coming in, spring energies coming in today with this beginning. And yeah, we're feeling it out. We're feeling into it. And the more we're able to be still and hold at center space and just listen and feel, the more we're gonna, have clearance on how to move forward and what it truly is that our heart is guiding us to do. So don't panic, it's organic. I love you. Ooh. Yay, love you, Daryl. Nice, from Ireland. Love you so much, everyone. I feel, especially like in these very intense energies coming in, and I can pull up the Schumann resonance because interesting enough, the Schumann resonance doesn't show too much crazy things, but definitely a really beautiful grid of energies where, you can definitely feel those waves. You can feel those little green spikes. It is an amazing time to heal, an amazing time to really go inward and reflect. And yeah, allow the process. Like yesterday, I was not feeling really, really grand and joyful and yay, sing and dance. It was more like, spending 2 hours with crying and releasing it all out. And there was just a lot of energy that afterwards, felt like being more and more washed away, deeper layers brought up to just continuously feel into. We never stop growing. We never stop unpacking those layers. And we can use those energy as, you guys see here, for example, in the Schumann, and all those energies around the new moon to allow that process to go a little faster and a little deeper. If we go into a space of having that our energetic focus, setting that intention at the beginning of the day, for example, to, hey, angels, really show me what there still is that I carry around with me. And some things are, in a little backpack that we don't realize every day. We're just carrying it around, but sometimes we realize, oh no, there's still this weight, there's still this thing that we, attach to, and the ego can reattach to things. So it's just a really deep energy of cleansing and clearing in these moments. Very synchronistic too is that we are today entering the year of the tiger, the water tiger, with this like New Year in Chinese, which goes simply by the lunar calendar instead of the solar one as we do. And it is referred a lot to water and to use the water to cleanse, which can be as simple as a shower meditation. We can use the water and go meet God, spirit, our ancestors at a river or at a lake, if we just sit there and listen, for example, to the flow of the water. And to heart ourselves, to really be like water, to surrender and to just flow. If there's a block, we can't change or move. We don't have to use a force to break through it. We can just, softly change our stream and move along. And by time, for example, that block might be fully washed away because the river just keeps flowing by. Let me see. Love you, Candice. And Janet and Peggy. Nice. Peggy says, light a candle, sage. State your intentions. Write them down. Burn it with the candle and rejoice. Rejoice is such a beautiful word because it's like the opposite of rejoicing, I feel, would be like giving up. But you look at yourself, and no matter, what position you are, no matter how happy or unhappy you are, you rejoice to set those intentions, and you rejoice to really be with your heart. That is a beautiful word. And yes, sage it out and then set new intentions. George says, lots of cycles breaking in these moments. So much of us has been wrapped up in these loops. Now as we break the cycle, more of our true self returns to us in innocence. Very beautiful. Yep. And it's funny, in Germany, we call those loops Teufelskreislauf, which means devil's run around. It's like the devil trying to catch his own tail over and over and over again until we get it, until we have this realization, this awareness of like, hold on, like I'm taking something personal right now. I'm really triggered right now. And the next time it comes up, you can feel into it a little bit more. And that's how you step by step break out of the cycle until you come to a point where you can rejoice in the moment to not give it any energy and to not go there. And that's, can be an everyday, all day thing. Candace shares, she had a profound etheric surgery upgrade call with George yesterday afternoon. She felt the deepest core wounds being brought up and released again at a deeper level. Yay. Oh, love you, George and Candace. I did read the little update on the surgery, and it's so beautiful how the simple awareness of something where we have been stuck in a belief system can just flip your entire being like that, and you'll be like, oh shit, I see it now. And then we can flip it in the higher. Get him. That is so awesome. We got this, Peggy. Yes, we do. And I would love to share a video. Let me just open this up right here. And this is a being called Del Bigtree. He used to be a mainstream reporter. He used to work with mainstream media on a very big scale. He did have an Emmy Award for his work until he realized what the heck is going on. And he decided to walk away. He then started to set up his very own live stream showtime, which is called The High Wire. And Del Bigtree in this show is basically exposing everything that no one wants to talk about, is simply stating true facts and not, this narrative. I haven't seen many of his shows. I have started to just look into it, but he had spoken on the Capitol or at the Capitol of America in front of an amazing crowd just gathering together to listen to those brilliant beings like Del Bigtree that started to realize through real eyes all those real lies and started to speak up the truth. So he is calling out the mainstream media. He's making some really profound statements, and I'm gonna play this video for you guys. Let me just change this to that. Awesome, here we go.
It was time to pick a fight with the media that has been lying to the world. I believe that they are responsible for propaganda, and I held them accountable. And this is what I had to say to their face. Here as a journalist, an Emmy Award-winning journalist, I want to talk to the television cameras at NBC, at MSNBC, at Fox, at CBS, and I want to say, shame on you. You had a right to tell the truth. We have an oath that we've made, just like scientists and doctors made, to tell the truth. And instead you forced a lie upon the United States of America and the world. And mark my words, we will hold Tony Fauci accountable. We will hold Deborah Birx accountable. We will hold Joe Biden accountable. But unlike the Nuremberg trials that only tried those doctors that destroyed the lives of human beings, we are going to come after the press that lied to the world, that worked as a propaganda machine to push this. These people here today represent the majority of the United States of America. Your lies could not win. You only got 60% of this nation to take the vaccine, and most of them are under duress. That means more than 50% of the nation are not listening to you. And for those of you that say, well, I did what I had to protect my job, just know that was the same argument made by the Nazis that were tried. And for those of you that are standing here today, quietly, I know who you are. I know you work for the New York Times. I know you work for the Washington Post. And you are here trying to support us quietly. You should have written about us. You should have told the truth. And I have news for you. That job that you're protecting and these liars that you work for, that I once worked for, I wasn't afraid to walk out. Instead, I came out to tell the truth. And I have news for you. The show that I created and that I speak on every day, where I share the truth to over 6 million people per episode. That's right, 6 million, which means my audience is now bigger than yours. And it's growing every day.
Woo! Holy crap, get him. Wow. I freaking love that energy behind that speech. He's so on point. Shout out to you. And it's so funny because he totally, like he said in the very beginning, real quickly, picked that battle. And obviously, those reporters were there because, yes, as a matter of fact, their numbers are dropping. There is less than, I mean, the average beings watching like the 6 biggest shows on the mainstream media outlets, they range between 2.7 million and 800 something thousand beings watching. And then someone like him has, an audience from about 6 million people watching. And then there's like so many groups, just like our disclosure channel on Telegram, that's not like a news show and still providing so much truth with over 40,000 people. And it's out there. It's, it's in their faces. And obviously he shows a little bit later in his show how the media is totally backlashing. The people have been there to like record it because they can't not report about it. They have to have some sort of story. So now they twist it completely and make him look like this ridiculous extremist that compares all of that like with the Nuremberg trials. But to be honest, it has to be in your face like that sometimes. And it has to be, very ridiculously brought close together. Because if I look at Germany, where I'm from, and, I thought we learned from history. But what's going on right now is the same stuff, propaganda. And it's time to stand up, and it's time to realize that we are the news. All of us have a voice, and we can share streams like that, shows like Dull Big Trees or all those other things. So beautiful. Rainbow balls online. Yep, true that. That's awesome. Love you, Felix. Awesome. Yeah, he's freaking just speaking it. And I feel that's the awesome thing, where people are so fed up, they don't obey anymore to those restrictions and limitations. And that's, what we heard as well with astrology, how there is this battle between control and freedom. But at the end of the day, it's a choice within every being. Do I allow anything external to control myself? Or am I able to stay truthful and in integrity with my heart and what is highest and best for, my being and my doing? So that beautiful balance and that beautiful restructuring of what we surrender to, what we allow ourselves to control, is breaking right now. That whole construct is not able to sustain in these higher energies anymore. And nice. Everyone loves the German. I do have synchronistically a other update from a German channeler who I follow for years. Like before finding Mom, I started to read his articles, and throughout the years they were always, really in tune with that, what I went through. And on top of just, reading it and resonating with it, and then I, chose to translate it into English, I also shared it with my sister, who's obviously German as well, but she's living in England, in the United Kingdoms, close to Glastonbury and where Stonehenge is, a little bit more east. But she had this morning an amazing healing ceremony. It was a beings of, I feel, a couple women coming together in the sacred space of meditation, of healing, of just being open for whatever it is that comes up. Reminded me a lot of the Black Mirror technique, where you allow, everything to come up and be released. And right after she had this energy healing, very in tune with Mother Earth and on a ley line, I shared the article, and she cried. She made me a speech message crying, because it was it's exactly what came up for her was in that article. So We'll see how you guys feel about it. It's from a being called Yannick Meren, and it's the daily energy update on February 1st, the month of cleansing, and a 9th portal day today, in a series of 10 portal days, obviously. Today's daily energy on February 1st, 2022 is accompanied by various very powerful influences. On the one hand, already in the early mornings at 6:49 o'clock, so middle of the night for us, a truly special new moon in the zodiac sign of Aquarius reached us, by which we are asked to put down all our self-imposed limitations, i.e. the scenes in the sense of the air sign. We should raise ourselves and accordingly ascend spiritually into the air, instead of binding ourselves further down to matter, or rather to heavy energies. On the other hand, the new moon energy generally favors the orientation to new states of being. The month of cleansing. With the first day of the new month, everything generally wants to focus on the new world or new circumstances. Ultimately, this constellation also shows us the general energy of February. Thus, this month will be very much about liberation from self-imposed vicious cycles, especially about external circumstances through which we continue to bind ourselves to old disharmonious patterns, i.e. patterns by which we keep our own being limited, and at the end we don't allow ourselves to receive in abundance, holiness, and divinity. Ultimately, this is therefore also an extremely strong constellation for a first day of the month. And in addition, this extremely powerful new moon day also begins as a portal day, the 9th portal of a 10-day series. So tomorrow with the main portal of 2-2 being the 10th portal. We are therefore already being prepared for an energetically very cleansing month. A month full of change and transformation. As the third and last month of winter, February is generally always accompanied by a strong energy of cleansing. So you are in the last dark period before nature completely adjusts to growth, activity, light, and flowering. Beautiful. Angels say that's fine. The last part is talking about the adaptation to large cycles. And it says that nature always shows us this cycle circumstance perfectly, or nature always offers us the special opportunity to adapt to its cycles. The more we even find our back to our sacred self in this context, the more we automatically adapt to the cycles of nature, and therefore often experience circumstances that coincide with the current energy of the current annual cycle. Woo! So a lot of cleansing and clearing and getting rid of the old to be free and empty for the new to come. Ay, 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 I see there's a German chat going on YouTube. I love you guys. Oh no. This is funny. All right. Always highly recommended in these energies to cut cords, to go ground, to drink a lot of water. Here we go. Awesome. I did have a video, which will just be 1 second for me to pull it up on. I see, I can't do it on the phone right now because it loses the Telegram chat. Well, that's fine. That's okay too. Yes. So all of those beautiful articles are talking very much about change, about transformation, about new beginnings, And for all of this to really occur, for, you know, you to be ready for that, it's all about taking a step back, really observing, really feeling into this new energy, this new beginning, feeling into, oh no, there we go. Excuse me, Telegram. Yeah, you're still all here. That is so amazing. Love you all. My technology is a little glitching here. Love you, Peggy. Awesome. Yes, so what I was saying is, in order to receive, in order to step forward, we really have to feel into anything and everything that is holding us back, or, you know, making us feel like we're blocked. Beautiful ways is the meditation, is that space where you can just, you know, sage the space sage the space beforehand, set these intentions for a really clear and, you know, cleansed atmosphere. And from there, you'll be, you know, more guided. You can really tap in, which we did do a beautiful workshop a while back to tap in, and I created Crystal School content where it is about tapping in as well. I had the topics of truth and wisdom, for example, how wisdom is something different than knowledge. Like, we're going through an experience to gain wisdom, and we can always ask those questions and tap in, really cut cords. We can envision a rainbow sword around us. Often I envision it like a cocoon where the rainbow just, like, you know, swirls around, and nothing in lower frequencies is allowed in that space. And that's how powerful you are. You are as powerful as talking to those atoms and stating, I send everything that is not mine out, away to sender, away in the galactic central sun for transformation. However, it's, you know, organic for you to say it, and then you'll feel more clear, and you can feel, you know, connecting with your heart, really connecting with whole truth, pure joy, unconditional love. And it's so relevant in these energies to do that, which we do have. Even though, how we saw earlier, the Schumann looks kind of quiet in its grid, we have high energy waves coming in from solar flares and solar energies. Oh wow, my right ear's ringing. So that's a beautiful topic, because I realized, talking to, you know, family and just friends, neighbors and stuff like that, it's crazily synchronistic what people are going through physically, physical symptoms. And, you know, we all are experiencing those energies. Everyone on a very deep cellular level is experiencing those solar energies that are incoming. And I'll read it out, and then we'll go back to the symptoms. EBB and flow energy day, big storms, high solar winds, and a CME incoming. Today is that perfect storm, creating a massive energy day. We have sunspots spitting out solar flares and CMEs left and right, and they're just getting started. We currently have energy shooting in off the backside of the planet as well. Today, the solar winds are expected to bring in G2 level storms, which means our KP index, love you KP, will hit a level of 6 or above. So we showed it in another episode of the morning gathering, how we have a scale from 1 to 10. So 6 is definitely above half, and those KP indexes are electromagnetic energies coming in a very high intensity. That with our shift energy, it will be a very strong energetic day. Then later tonight, we will see the coronal mass ejection roll in. When this CME hits, all our energies will move together as one to EBB and flow energies through all of us. So the next 24 hours and energies will be very, very powerful. Plus the new moon today. Use this day and these energies to help you grow and manifest. Flow with the energies rather than fight against them. See them coming in through your crown, down through your system, then out the bottom of your feet. Set intentions to allow these energies to amplify your abilities and heal your entire being. Please anchor in your light, then share it out around with everyone else. Thank you so much from Girl in the Universe. Peggy says, I would, but I run out of air. People are so confused. You can see it in their eyes. Yes. It's true. Like some people are really in a completely different world, like hypnotized. Hold on, bring back the Telegram. Here we go. So I am pinged to just share for a moment what it exactly means, what I just all read out. So it's talking about CMEs and EBB and solar flares. At the end of the day, it is from our sun emitted energy that you can literally see. You don't need a crazy ass telescope. I just zoomed in yesterday and made a video of the sun with a phone, and you can literally like see it kind of wobbling. You can see the energies. And those are like the entire sun is basically like this big ball of fire, this big volcano, this light portal, literally. So through this light portal, you have all those energies coming in through the winds and the explosions that are there. It's really interesting because it is called the coronal mass ejection. So corona, again, is your crown. And how she described it's where the energies first come in through your crown, third eye, all the way out to your feet. So if at some point today or the next 24 hours you feel really ungrounded, you feel super airy, aloofy here and there, and there's just so much coming up, and full awareness. I was sitting yesterday on this couch just super confused by where I came from and what I wanted to do and what is highest to do next. And those moments can come, and it's really important to realize that these are simply extremely high energies. And the best thing you can do is step outside, hit your feet on the ground one way or the other, and just, take a really, really deep breath. Look at this. You gotta scoop all the way over.
All the way over.
And I'm gonna grab some cards. Hello!
What's going on around here? What's this? Are these people listening in? Hi everyone. How's everyone feeling? The wind was crazy. Yes, the wind has been crazy too. The winds of change are upon us. Yes,
did the wind blow you on here?
Yes, the wind.
I'm so happy.
There was a whisper in the wind that then communicated to me, go
Get it
now.
Together. Come on, string.
No, none of that.
Sorry.
It was simply just some goals to accomplish, and I'm so grateful. Got to get creative, be creative, have some fun, and realize it's all a process. Everything's a process. So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Charity says too, the wind is cray this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. How have you been feeling in those energies?
Me?
Yes.
I've been feeling that there are things that are just have to be done in unity. In unity. She just pulled out the unity pop. Unity! That was like a big thing we just talked about, was that like there's a lot of ideas floating around. We're through January. It's February 1st. We're through the month. We have the Chinese New Year coming. There are certain planets, leaving retrograde, moving at other planets, moving into different signs, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, I feel a lot of ideas came about, in the first month, and we reevaluated a lot of our, what we would like to do and things like that. And then I feel that what's happened is that we're at a point where we have to come together and unify so that we have a foundation of what it is that we're working upon. So whatever you're doing in life with anyone, any types of areas, whether that's your, with other people in your life or, your career or your health or whatever, you have to get unified. You have to get disciplined on what it is that you're accomplishing and focus. Because a lot of times we want to spread our energy out too much, and that can really drain us. It can really drain us. We have to learn how to balance it, of course, because you can't put all your eggs in one basket, right? You got to learn to diversify. You got to learn to put, you have, 10 fingers for a reason. They all go different places, different directions. So it's focusing and then finding the particulars in that focus. And I feel that, just a little bit of a squeeze right now. It's squeezing the juice.
Sweet.
Squeeze some juice.
Yay. Do you have a phone I can use?
Do I have a phone you can use? I got a phone right here.
That is beautiful.
What would you like to do? It's all
phone.
connected.
Pull it up.
There you go.
Beautiful. Yeah, here. We do have a couple things coming up. Let me check real quick where we're at. I see. So we still have for our crystal schools, the curriculum and everything 50% off for the whole entire year.
Yes.
If you want to sign up there.
This is it. This is the
We
year.
also have starting today.
Yes.
Do we have drums?
Da-da-da.
Yes, Achtung.
There you go.
So today, all the way until February 14th,
Happy Valentine's Day.
we have 25% off the entire Whole Healing Essentials store.
The whole.
The only thing that is not included would be our new set of pyramids that are basically, I feel, a set of 3
With the
that
whole
are
unit.
creating a healing chamber field. So
That comes
that
with
is
the
something.
copper.
I don't know exactly. To be honest, I
what he
did
was
see
in the previous video, what Gabriel had been inside the Merkaba, copper.
Right, so you can
structure.
use it for those structures. You can use it in your home to create this, healing field.
Mm-hmm.
Those are regular price, but for anything else, love your neighbor, love your loved ones, and with the code LOVE, you will have 25% off the store.
What a simple code.
And then tonight, talking about the pyramids and the plasma and the 5D technology, at 7 p.m. Eastern,
Ooh.
we will have a beautiful... Let me see if I can pull up the picture.
7 p.m.
Plasma
Eastern.
5D technology workshop.
Which, that's funny, because the stream I just mentioned was when they had first shown it on
Here
stream.
we go. Yes, so 7 p.m. Eastern, 5D Plasma Tech Seminar with Gabriel. And everyone that is participating in this workshop will not only get 25% off, but 33% off
Interesting.
the shop,
Wow.
because that helps you,
Did everyone hear that?
if you really resonate with the plasma and the products, and you're there to, give your time and hold space and learn new things about 5D technology, we want to make it possible for you to really dive in, get your plasma spray, your plasma generator, your little Triskelion, for example, with 33% off after today's workshop.
Sounds great.
Very exciting
That's
to see you all
awesome.
there.
I didn't even know that.
And yeah, thank you, Buddha. Brilliant ideas came through today.
What a
this
great
morning.
gift. What a great gift. Sign up, participate, join, and get a little extra off.
Awesome. Yay, discount for Valentine's.
Whoop, whoop.
Valentine's discount. Awesome. Thank you all so much for being here, for participating. We have many comments. Love you all. I am guided to pick from the spirit animal card. You're gonna share.
Share what?
No.
I don't know. There you go. That's what I'd like to share. The lizard spirit. Dream the world into being. I love this. I love this. Don't even give me the book. I don't like the book. Because I'm just going to go off. Because that, to me, I have so much to share with just that one word. Just that, dream.
Beautiful.
Dream. What is your dream?
Dream the world into being.
Now, when we say that, it's ultimately create your own reality. Co-create your reality with love, with God, with Creator, with Source. And because you are made in the image of that. And so you have your own creative abilities. And when you work together and you combine things together and you put the puzzle pieces together, the unity, then you really start working together. Now, I'm curious why they ended up picking the lizard in and of itself. I don't know. But it makes me feel into a chameleon. I know that...
I feel there is a separate chameleon.
There is a chameleon, I know, and there's a chameleon energy. I just feel that we have to, learn to blend in with our reality and learn to blend with the people around us, too. It's a big balance, and but we all have to learn, too, to overcome a lot of the crap around us by creating the field that we wish to be in. Create the world you wish to see, right? All that. It's just, create it in your space, in your home. That's where the pyramids come in. That's why they're, multiple of them, creates a bigger and bigger field, just like you would gridding a house with crystals. It's the same thing.
So to answer your question, why the lizard? If you look really closely,
it's an anode.
There's added on some wings. So I feel the lizard is kind of like a cursed tiny dragon. Mm-hmm. So he's now dreaming about being a dragon again. So yeah, it is talking.
Maybe he never was.
It's talking about all that imagination and allowing it to flow through. Give in to the power of imagination, and soon your dream will become more clear. So very in tune again with the messages that we had from the astrology and the other channelings. Nice. Hold that space and observe, feel into things while setting those intentions, while dreaming that big picture, while writing a gratitude ceremony for all those dreams of love to come true. And I love how it doesn't say dream the world into existence. It says dream the world into being.
Yeah.
Being love in action. Being love in simple service. Being, the love we are. And first and foremost, start with those little things for yourself. A little smile and wink at your own face. And hey, I am love in the mirror. It's gone a long way throughout the day.
Yeah, just keep dreaming. Keep dreaming those dreams of love, because they are coming true. That's the whole entire point of what's happening right now and why we're doing this and why we're here, is to really keep on driving the point home that the energy's already available. The energy's already available, and there's such little energy being given to the darker end of the coin, the side that has chosen that. In essence, its own imprisonment. Everyone has to realize that the dark has imprisoned itself.
Oh no. Like what Peggy said.
Well, what is it?
Lizards will lose a limb if it is not in alignment or in right action, and grow a whole new one. Lizard, good card. Let go of what is not working and build something new that does.
Yeah.
Dream it.
That is
beautiful.
True.
So, and that's, if a limb is not in right action, would be broken or something like that, but that's awesome to put it that way, like within ourselves. Rejoice the high and throw out the low.
And I'd like to say too, now that I feel into it, thank you for rehearting me, is that they also shed their skin to grow. Realize that as we shed our skin to grow and evolve more and become more and mature, more responsibility comes to you. And in a way, there's also more of an appreciation for life because you've had a longer life then, and you're bigger. Now you get a little bit more space because of that responsibility. And so it's just, I feel it's all of yours and ours responsibility to make things happen that we're getting those pings on, whatever that is, however that is functioning in your life. And go towards that joy, go towards that happiness, and make more decisions that bring you joy. And, I've read someone's comment back there that they always get sick when they go out. And I felt into that. I was like, what do I say to that? And it's, one, shields up. First and foremost, learn to go out there in a higher vibration. So whatever you're going to go do, make it as joyful as possible so that those things don't affect you, because your biggest shield is joy. So whatever lights you up, brings you happiness, brings you to an elated, blissful state, and it's just like feeling more calm, cool, collected, excited, passionate, guided, all those things, whatever makes you feel more unified, do that and keep doing that. Because if you're getting affected by the things when you go out and about, you got to learn to rise above that. And then I feel too, learn after a while that some places are just that dense and don't really bring you that much joy. And then you walk away from it. But then too, when you might have to go back anyway because of whatever, however it works. So learning to accept, embrace, allow what's happening will also keep you in a higher state. And just, prepare, if you don't feel well, then eat something beforehand. I feel it's really important before you go out and about, and especially in society and in the realms that people exist in. Got to have fuel. Got to have water, got to have that lubrication, got to have that, you got to be well, maintained and tweaked as a vessel to be able to go out and express your true soul. You have to let your soul come through. So you do the best that you can, everyone. It's crazy, and we will recreate it, by gathering together to create that unity and community. So let's just do that.
Woo!
Yeah. Just do that.
Yay. Empower yourself. Definitely a big one that came through as well in a session yesterday. Empower yourself. There's nothing that can touch or harm you as long as you don't surrender to that fear. As long as you are in fear and afraid of something, yes, it can affect you because you allow it to. But like I said in the beginning, like you just said, shields up, cut the cords.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And we have a short update from the highest of all, who your soul is part of too. And the title of today's video.
Before you start that,
Yes.
A couple of comments. One, we had someone ask, has the live stream start time changed? They were in Facebook jail for a while.
It's
Yes.
very organic.
Yes, it has changed. We don't do it consistently at a certain time. We usually do it in the morning, though. From east to west, it's in the morning. And then on top of that, George does roadside nuggets, usually towards the afternoon. And then we also have the girls. They have their own live stream subscription.
Get a subscription.
Or as Buddha says, less than a cup of coffee a day. So cut the coffee out, Starbucks, and just grab some good wisdom, because the girls do a lot of research and have some really good nuggets.
And it's so much fun because since it is paid, they don't have to watch out what they're saying.
Yeah, so
it's a lot more just uncensored,
raw,
truth.
uncut.
They're so funny. And the craziest thing happened yesterday while they were on stream, where just a synchronicity, Hope had started to get a rash on her left wrist. And moments before that, I was on the phone with my daughter, who just got a rash on the left wrist. So
Same wrist.
whatever that means, but it was heat. It knocked the little one out.
That's
it was
crazy.
a lot of energy.
Like
and
on the stream, so
all
like
about,
this happened with
yeah,
Hope.
like a Hope on the stream. It was
Love you,
so
Hope.
crazy. Love you. So yeah, there's a lot of energy coming through. Left hand, abundance and receiving. A lot is purging. Here comes Mama Creator for a little beautiful update before we close the stream. You came to get your light back.
A message from the Earth Allies. Humanity received souls to play and to create. We have shared before that we gave you souls in the form of one male and one female. Thus, each of you have a male or female counterpart called a twin flame. Once you each received souls, you wanted to go out and journey, play, explore, experience, discover, and create. It's just like letting your children go out and play. Many of you have Earth children here, and you can understand this more clearly. These are the reference points we are going to use to assist you in this understanding. Our children came to us and said, "We want to go out and play." And of course, our answer was, "Well, go out and play." Your play is creation. Creation makes up all your toys. This equals your consciousness. Gradually, you neglected to clean up your toys, equal your consciousness. And thus, you have neglected parts of yourself. It was never intended that you would forget who you are altogether. But this is what happened. You forgot that you created all of this. And instead of being creators, you became slaves to what you forgot you had created. You are here on planet Earth Equal Heart now to gather all these toys, which is your light and your consciousness. You forgot you were this light. And you are here to get your light back, to take your power back, and rejoin your real family of light. This is your duty and responsibility for your graduation. And don't forget to wear your robes. And transmission in all love is unconditionally. We are so in love with humanity. Mwah. Love the Earth Allies.
Woo! Woo!
That was good.
Beautiful. Bring back the childlike wonder. Bring back the purity of innocence, of looking around and realizing that we totally forgot to clean up our toys, our messes, and that there's nothing bad about this. There's nothing to judge. There's nothing to attach to. At the end of the day, we just see within ourselves where we can take accountability and responsibility. We reflect and clear out, clutter out, use this beautiful incoming energy of today, new beginning, new visions.
Today, February 1st.
Yes.
He's coming back
Happy
to me. I was
Lunar
like,
New Year.
It's
Year
coming.
of the Tiger.
Yeah, check out your Chinese astrology.
Very interesting.
You know, usually, like for myself, it's a little unique because I have a January birthday and usually it starts in February. So that means that I'm still in like that previous year. But yeah, check it out, see what it brings for you. The Year of the Water Tiger.
In general, make bold choices. Recharge near the water. Be patient. Trust your intuition. Be open to change. Boost career satisfaction. So really feel into
This is big.
where are you coming from, where are you going, and choose love. Thank you all so much for tuning in and for allowing yourself to get uncomfortable, to get real, to get really honest with yourself, and look at what is your greatest, grandest version. What do you dream about? How do you picture this planet when it is in unity, in harmony? And I kind of see us all just singing and co-creating. Awesome. I love you all so much.
Yeah, I'd just like to share before we go that, very interesting as we move into this, new year. They follow the lunar cycle. and which I feel is ultimately the more, connected to especially our inner, feelings and what's going on and how we're all interconnected and things of that nature. And, as we move out of the whole pandemic, because it's really starting to end. I'm watching it.
Denmark declared too.
Really, Denmark did it too, and I feel today was a day for certain people.
All mandates to fall off. Yep.
So that's a big thing. So Europe's ending it. Parts of America, it's being shut down, by the Supreme Court. Any mandates and all this stuff's changing, and we have a great. It's the Great Resignation. People have resigned a lot, especially 50-year-olds and so early retirement. And everything's changing. It's all changing around us in this moment. So it is a choice to choose what you like to go towards and create, and also realize that you need to just observe what's crumbling and stop involving yourself in things that are going to crumble or are crumbling. There's nothing to save. Let it crumble, because that's life. That's life. That's what happens. Things crumble. They go away, and then a new thing is rebirthed. And I feel that's what the water is. The water's going to wash all that away. And so just let it wash it away, and you find your own flow. When everyone gets back into their center being, their heart, their flow, we're all good.
Woo! Let's flow together!
Woo!
Love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, the Plasma Workshop. Sale 25% with the code word LOVE on the Whole Healing Essentials.
Or if you join the meeting tonight, you'll get 33% off, which is awesome.
Beautiful.
How can you beat that,
Check it all out. Come participate. Gather. We're excited. We love you so.
Woo!
5,
6,
7,
8.
Mama, mama. Mama, mama. Hey, love is one. Joy reigns. Mama, mama. Mama, mama.